Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. It is Thursday, the 22nd of March. Bad news on the injury from Gana. Gana looks likely to miss the games against Manchester City and Liverpool after suffering reports of a hamstring injury. He's away currently with Senegal, and their manager Cisse has said that everyone's fit bar Gana, who looks to be out for around 3 to 4 weeks, which obviously takes in the derby. Not the first time we've lost a big important player before derby matches, but hey ho, it's Everton. It'll be a big blow. He's just, we missed the game against Brighton, came back in for a win at Stoke, and was everywhere. And then obviously to miss these games coming up is, especially against two very, very attacking sides. If we had back-to-back home games against Newcastle and Southampton, who were our other two home games, then you just say, okay, we'll put someone else in there, someone attacking in there, and go for it from there. But obviously lost Gylfi, last week. We've now lost Gana this week. So very, very, very disappointing ahead of those games, and hopefully it won't be much longer than 3 to 4 weeks. Frustrating, but injuries are injuries. A lot of people discussing who might replace him. No prizes for thinking that Schneiderlin isn't everyone's choice to replace him, but he probably will replace him. I think there's a lot of shout for Benny Beningame to come into the side, and now that we've got 40 points, the trade-off is the two very, very big games, aren't they? The two tough games, and it might be too big an ask to put someone like Beningame in there with his experience, but why not? I suppose the gauntlet going down to Schneiderlin, isn't it? He hasn't impressed at all this season, so he's got an opportunity to get himself in that side and perform. But I think a lot of the supporters would rather watch Benny Beningame in there than Morgan Schneiderlin. There was shouts at Davy Klaassen. I don't think he's going to play against Manchester City with Tom Davies, Wayne Rooney and Davy Klaassen as our midfield three. I just don't think it'll happen. I think you need a tackler. You need someone who knows the role in there. You need someone who can win the ball in there. So there you go. Very, very disappointing. The Newcastle match has been moved from Saturday the 21st of April to Monday the 23rd of April. It'll now kick off at 8 o'clock and will be screened live on Sky Sports. So again, no thought for fans, Newcastle fans having to travel down on a Monday night. I know we went up there on a Wednesday night, but I mean, why would you choose this game? I don't know. I don't know, maybe to see whether Rafa can pull off the great escape for them. Even though they won last time out, they're still in real trouble towards the bottom of the table. And maybe they think this is the opportunity for them to come back to Merseyside and to beat Everton, basically. They've not put us on, have they? Not put Big Sam v Rafa, that well-known classical football matches. But there you go, the game moved from Saturday to Monday, which means that the game against Southampton is our only 3 o'clock Saturday match left this season at Goodison Park. So that is until he moved the Southampton game. Seamus Coleman has been speaking while he's been away with the Republic of Ireland. He said that he never ever doubted that he would make a full recovery from his double leg break last March. We're made up, obviously, that Seamus is back. He's come back and done really well for us. Martin O'Neill has also been speaking about him and feels as though, or he said today, he feels as though Ireland would have made the World Cup had Coleman been fit throughout that time. Such is his influence on the side and as a footballer. And who knows where Everton would have been. John Joe Kenny's done a really good job, no question about it. This season, a young lad, he's come in, he's done really well. And what he's shown, certainly for me, is that he's a very, very capable backup to Seamus Coleman. And if he can learn off Seamus over the next couple of years, he genuinely could replace Seamus on that right-hand side. But he's got to get Seamus's drive and his work rate and his ability in the final third to come close to him. I personally think Coleman's got 4 or 5 years left, to be honest with you. Say 4, 29 now. But you know, you just wonder where Everton would have been. You wonder where Everton would have been with Baines and Coleman fit all season. Baines has certainly come back flying after his layoff. But Coleman especially has been excellent, and I suppose Ronald Koeman would probably rue the fact that he didn't have him early on in the season, particularly against the big sides in the early games, because, you know, you need as much experience as possible. And we had Martina there, and he didn't pull up any trees, and we had Kenny there, and he had good games and bad games. So Mason Holgate. So, you know, obviously the influence of Shea must be missing at Everton as well. But no doubt the Republic of Ireland are delighted to have him back. He's delighted to be back, and he'll be lining up against Cenk Tosun when Ireland take on Turkey. So all us fans just want him safely back on Merseyside in perfect health, ready to take on Man City and Liverpool. Ronald Koeman, who faces England on Friday, tomorrow now, has been speaking about Jordan Pickford. He said he expects Jordan Pickford to be the England #1, if not in the summer, for many years to come. Obviously, Koeman signed Pickford from Sunderland in the summer. He's been probably one of the few high spots in what has been a mad, weird, frustrating, crazy, worrying season for Everton. And Pickford has been excellent. You know, yes, he's made a couple of mistakes, but so what? He's made many, many more fantastic saves and just commands his box so well. And for me, he is the best English goalkeeper. There's no question about it. Butland's a good keeper, but I think Pickford's ahead of him. Pope's a decent keeper, but it's too early for him. But he's a decent goalkeeper. Joe Hart has fell off the Isle cliff. So they're probably the top 3 English goalkeepers. Forster was up there and has dipped as well. So for me, I think it's Pickford by a bit, and then Butland probably would come after that. So yeah, I expect him to become England's #1 as well, as Ronald said. And finally, the man who replaced Ronald Koeman has been speaking about Jack Wilshere today. Sam Allardyce talking on TalkSport about his admiration for Jack Wilshere. It started off by saying, "You're not supposed to ask me that," and then went on to talk about his admiration. Said he's always admired Jack Wilshere. Said now he looks hungrier, he looks leaner, he looks fitter and ready to go. A few hours later, Jack Wilshere pulls out the England squad with an injury. The curse of Sam, or once Everton's such a, who knows? But it's again just reiterating for me that we don't need any more of these players who are injury prone. We need hungry, fit players that can play most games, get in and about people, mix it up. That's what Everton need, particularly in the centre of the park. And I'll reiterate what I've said before. Someone like Decore at Watford, Nzonzi at Sevilla, big, powerful, physical midfield player that can get in amongst it and mix it all up is probably what we need. Wilshere, he's a decent footballer. He's not one of my favourites. I'm not gonna lie, but just thought. Sam says it, injury, not great. And obviously people aren't happy that Sam Allardyce is talking about next season. Guys, he really might not go anywhere, and we might have to just get used to it. Anyway, that is the Everton News Daily for today. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It takes a second, and if you want more videos, come over to Patreon. See you soon on Toffee TV.